Please welcome to the stage Fuad Dabiri and Connor Griffin.
Hello everyone and welcome. We are very excited to be back here at RDC with you all visionary creators who are shaping the future of our platform. My name is Fuad Dabiri. I'm the Senior Director of Engineering and Marketplace and Economy.
And I'm Connor Griffin. I'm a Principal Software Engineer on the Avatar Personalization team.
So we are very excited to spend the next few minutes to talk about Avatar and Creator Economy. Let's get started. Last year, we shared all the new ways that you folks can create and build full avatars and publish them on Marketplace. We will take a quick look at how Marketplace business is doing and what has been the adoption like. Later, we're going to take a deep dive on some of the new features that we have recently released. That includes PBR, emotes, and shoes. And finally, we're going to talk about some of the new product features that we have been working on and are planning to release soon. All of those are intended to give you the right tools to build new creative avatar items, as well as new ways and effective ways for you to connect with your ideal audience and have your items and creations be discovered. All with the goal of enabling you to build a successful business on Roblox, as well as establish your brand. Avatars are everywhere. Avatars are like the universal language of our digital platform. Every day, millions of users put on their avatar, which are your creations, and are live on Roblox. The rotating earth here that you see represents how many users are currently live wearing your creations and avatars that you have created. The height of the line basically represents how many users are live. For example, the yellow ones are the ones that we have more number of users online. And the beautiful thing about this rotating earth is we find it that more and more Roblox looks like the world and world looks like the Roblox. I'm sure soon these two will be indistinguishable from each other. We have made a huge push to find new international audiences. For example, as you all know, recently we shipped regionalized pricing for avatar items. That feature by itself increased the spend on avatar items by 26% in emerging markets. So where is Marketplace business today? It's growing faster than ever, and creators are earning more. Numbers that I'm going to talk about are not just big numbers. This is basically a reflection of your talent and contribution to the platform. For instance, there are 3.4 million avatar items being purchased on a daily basis. 2 out of 3 users who spend on Roblox change, customize, or modify their avatar at least once a month. And since last time we were here, meaning in the past 1 year, we have seen that the avatar sales has increased by 39%. This is all coming from the contributions that you are making to Roblox and avatars. We are now only waiting. Great, now to Connor to take us memory lane and evolution of avatars.
Thanks, Fuad. We launched avatars back in 2006. Back then, they were blocky and static, but we loved them. I joined the platform in 2009, and I still have fond memories of my blocky avatar from back then. Then, in 2011, we introduced character meshes, so avatars could start to take on a more realistic and lifelike form. Avatars evolved again 5 years later with the introduction of R15. Avatars with more parts and joints allowed them to start to move in more realistic ways. In 2021, we introduced dynamic heads. With facial animation, avatars became even more realistic and lifelike. This allowed creators to make it easier for users to create avatars that express their real-world identities. Now, avatars have become even more lifelike with physically based rendering for accessories and more movement and personality with emotes. And the future of avatars isn't just hyper-realistic avatars. We also want to support classic avatars. So users are going to have a range of avatar options. Now, let's talk about the new creation opportunities that we have introduced to allow you all to make avatars more awesome on Roblox. We want creators to have as much creative freedom as possible. We don't want there to be categories that only Roblox can create items in. So earlier this year, we opened up a new category, shoes, to allow you all to create shoes on the platform. Previously, creators were trying to work around the limitation of there not being a shoes category and publishing these in the pants categories, but this wasn't a great solution. From this, we saw there was a lot of demand for shoes, and we've already seen a lot of success with this new category and a lot more avatars walking around in awesome shoes created by all of you. More recently, we tackled another big ask from the community, avatars with physically based rendering, or PBR. As you know, items with PBR use properties like roughness and metalness to look more realistic and lifelike. Hair that shines like hair, a leather jacket with a rough texture, a shiny gold top hat that actually sparkles like gold. Now, items can be published either with PBR or without. And we are working on new ways for users to discover premium items, like a dedicated sorts and widgets, identifiers on the thumbnail, and product detail page, and including them in a soon-to-come new premium marketplace for items that you will hear about today. Another category we recently opened up to UGC creators is emotes. Emotes are more than just animation. They're how players show personality, emotion, and creativity. They let avatars dance, wave, celebrate, or react in ways that make social moments feel alive. For creators, emotes open up a whole new canvas for self-expression and storytelling, while also unlocking a fresh revenue stream. Whether it's a victory dance in a game, a subtle nod in a hangout, or a natural gesture while presenting, emotes make interactions more personal, and they give creators like you the power to shape how the world moves on Roblox. Now back to Fouad for what we can expect looking ahead.
Thank you, Connor. So we want to be your partner, supporting through every step of your business, from the moment that that amazing idea sparks in your mind, to creating that high-quality premium avatar item, getting it discovered by the users that you care about, as well as how to monetize it, so that you can build your business, establish your brand, and even make it grow bigger. Looking ahead, we are laser focused on two things. One is new tools to help you build new and expressive creations. And we're going to hear about some of those today. As well as new ways that would enable your creations to be discovered on the platform for the right users that are interested in your creations, in the brands, and your style. This means new merchandising improvements that will help you get discovered and show off your top-tier premium items. And on that note, let's take a look on a few things that we're planning to ship very soon.
As you may have heard in Dave's keynote yesterday, an exciting new feature is coming to avatars on Roblox. Makeup is a core part of how people express themselves every day. It's creativity, it's identity, it's art. We've seen incredible demand from the community. Developers building makeup creation tools and users asking for these features or experiences centered around beauty and self-expression. This is one of the most requested features we get, and we're finally ready to deliver it in a good way. This will be professional quality makeup that travels with your avatar with full PBR support. And the best part about it is it's transferable across avatars, just like any other avatar asset. It can fit to a wide variety of heads. we will be launching a studio beta where you can try this out very soon. And now I'm going to give a live demo of this makeup. All right. So here I am in Studio, and I've got 4 categories of makeup that I can select from here. These aren't the final categories. This is just what we have for the demo. So here I can try and apply some blush on my avatar, and I can decide whether I want the fantasy blush, or the gothic blush, or the Y2K blush. I think I am going to go with the gothic. And then let me select what lipstick I want. So makeup will be several layers that users can mix and match between. So you'll be able to select if you want a blush from like one creator and then like a lipstick from another. You will be able to mix and match those. And makeup is full PBR. Like here you can really see the glossiness of the lipstick, the shine of this red lipstick. And then I can select maybe switch to the fantasy lipstick. And when you equip makeup, we composite the several layers of makeup into one composite decal. So it's not the cost of like adding 6 new avatar assets. It's the cost of adding 1 avatar asset at runtime. So here I got a different lipstick. Let me try the Y2K. Or I'll go back to the classic red. And then I'm going to find a nice eyeshadow to go with this. We've got glitter, sort of a fantasy look here. This is like, you can really see the shininess of this and the full PBR support. Maybe I'll switch to the natural. And then let me select, so we think that makeup can be used for other things rather than like lipstick and like blush as well. So like one idea is like face paint, but you could also do, like if you wanted to do war paint or something, like creators have been telling us about some of the cool ways that they might use makeup, and we're really excited to see what all of you will create. And now the best part about makeup is how it swaps between heads. So this is the same makeup asset, and we don't have to do anything specific for these heads to support makeup. They support makeup as long as they have a high-quality wrap target cage. So this is the same layered clothing technology, just we use it to transfer the texture instead of transferring a mesh. So here I can select a wide variety of humanoid heads, and you can see the makeup gets transferred between them and fit onto the other avatars. Here's a more realistic avatar and the makeup fitting on. Do the fries. I'll show the fries in a second. But the great thing about it is like the makeup doesn't bleed into the mouth or the eyes. And here you can see like when the avatar closes her eyes, the eyeshadow, it's on top of the eyelid. So it fits really natural without bleeding into the eyes. Yeah, and now let me show a more non-humanoid avatar. So here's like the goblin, and the makeup can fit, like even though the lips are quite a bit wider, the makeup like conforms based on like the cage. You can even work on a blocky avatar as well. Or an even tougher example, like this fish, like it's a, the lips are like really different geometry, yet the makeup fits quite well. Or we have this cat avatar where the head is caged, so the makeup can fit on the cat as well. Yeah. And then, of course, gang of fries. This is a very tough example. Yeah. And one other thing that we've been working on for makeup is we envision like eyelashes as an important part of makeup. So there's already layered clothing eyelashes available on the platform for today, but they don't really transfer well across heads. They're basically merchandise with a single head, but we've improved the skinning transfer technology to allow eyelashes to transfer better between heads. So if I go to the Goblin, you will probably see that this transfers like a lot better than it used to. We still have more things to work on and improvements here, but at the corners of the eyes, the eyelash fits a lot better than it previously did. Yeah, so that's all we have for the makeup demo today, but the studio beta will be releasing very soon, and you'll be able to try this out with your own avatar heads, or you'll be able to create your own makeup and import it into Studio and try it out. So that'll be in a couple of weeks.
This demo is so awesome. I've seen it multiple times, especially in the past 2 weeks, and every time I see it, it still is new and gets me very excited. Thank you so much, Connor. And we can't wait to see what kind of makeups you all will create and publish on Marketplace. Tough act to follow. Great. Now let's talk about discovery, which is a very important part of your business, ensuring that your creations, your brand, gets surfaced to the right users. First up is a tool that we are incredibly excited about, Shops. Shops give you a dedicated, curated space on Roblox where you can showcase everything you make. Avatar items, emotes, accessories, makeup, you name it. This is not just another profile page. It is your personal brand hub, your digital flagship store. Instead of relying on users to find your items one by one on Marketplace, they will be able to come to your shop and see your whole collection. And as I said, you'll have the power to customize exactly how your shop looks like. Here's Connor's shop. He has decided to showcase some of the items in the first row. I'm hoping that he will have a space for maybe some of the trades that he wants to do. And also, as you can see, he has decided to structure the shop in some navigation spaces on top where users can go and browse Connor's shop. The other thing is that you will be able to actually direct people outside of Roblox towards your shop directly. And this, we are hoping that will help not only just to grow your business, but also establish your brand on the platform. We have heard you loud and clear, even I've had discussions in this RDC with some of you folks, that you invest incredible time and effort and creativity in creating high-quality premium content. But then, we want to make sure that the reward matches the effort. Earlier this year, we introduced higher revenue share when you price your items above price floor. So the previous 30% rev share can now go all the way to 70%. This is already live, by the way, as you know, and you can use and access it on Creator Dashboard. But then the important question is, how would these premium items, which are typically priced higher, be discovered? Because at the end, you are competing with other items that might be similar, duplicate, and priced lower. This is where we are going to introduce Marketplace Select. Later this year, we are introducing Marketplace Select, which is a new space in Marketplace that highlights only the highest quality premium avatar items. It is where the very best creations get extra visibility, helping users quickly discover such standout items. And Select is more than just a showcase. This is a way to increase sales of these high quality premium items. And this will help you to establish and build your brand on the platform. Hopefully, the investment that you're making in crafting such high-quality premium items will be rewarded accordingly. One thing I want to also add, and I know some of you folks brought these questions to Dave this morning as well, is that we're also working with integrating with Ads Manager that will enable you to target audiences that you want to be targeted with the items that you want to showcase to them. And we just talked about shops. We are actually building shops as an item that you can put ads on Roblox, not just individual items, but also shops, and again, to help your business grow and establish your brand. Thank you so much for joining us today. I believe we have time for a couple of live questions, if there are any.
Well, lots of questions.
Me?
Please, yeah.
Okay. My question is, what is the metric you're using to determine whether something is a high-quality asset for the select sort?
Great question. So we are defining a set of criteria on what we mean an item to be qualified as select. For example, we recently have released PBR, and there are more such new features will be released. So that's one dimension. The other dimension will be price, how it's priced compared to the item. So there's a set of criteria that we're working on in defining what is a select, and we'll share more as we finalize it.
Cool. Thank you.
Hi, thank you so much. Great updates. I wonder about the makeup. Will it be also divided between the regular marketplace and marketplace select from day one, or how it's going to be with makeup?
At launch, they will be the same category, right? Because marketplace, as Connor said, already supports PBR. So marketplace category, we have not yet decided how to distinguish between select or not, but definitely we envision that any item created on Roblox, when it comes to quality, originality, will have a select version of it as well.
Got it. Thanks.
Get this object here. Will the store also include communities? Like instead of it being just users, would it also be like the group shop kind of thing? You know, like under a community, would we be able to target items from that particular community?
If I understand the question, the answer is yes. So community or group shopping is an extension of shops that we are working on.
Yes.
It will not be in the first version that we are aiming for later this year, but definitely in the subsequent releases.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jessica. I have a multi-part question, I guess. First off, when the beta comes out, will we be able to upload our own makeup into that system and test creating it ourselves versus just playing with the UI? And then second part, when it comes out, is it like templates? So I make like AR makeup in Snapchat as well. Is it kind of like that where you put the different areas in the zones and then you upload the template and then you can assemble it?
Yeah, those are good questions. So in the studio beta release, we're mainly looking for feedback on like the technology. Is there anything that doesn't work well? Is there anything like certain types of heads it doesn't work with, certain types of makeup that doesn't work as well as expected? So we can iterate on that. You won't be able to distribute it on the marketplace at that time. UGC for makeup would be coming early next year, hopefully, all going well with the beta. For how you create makeup, the way we're thinking about it is there's going to be like template files for Maya and Blender, and then you're going to be able to draw on like in 3D Paint, part of like essentially like regions. So there's going to be 3 regions, like the face region, the eye region, the lip region. You will paint on those, and then you will be able to import that into Studio, try it out on avatar head, see how it looks. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you for sharing the new features. So regarding makeup, what is the max resolution and will it be compressed by the compositor? And are PBR maps lower resolution compared to the color map, similar to PBR accessories?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we're thinking that it's going to be 1024 by 1024 is going to be the max resolution. If texture streaming lands, we want to remove those restrictions on PBR, like metalness and roughness maps. We want to enable, I guess, high quality makeup as possible, and that would be 1024 by 1024 or even higher in the future with texture streaming. It won't be affected by like the texture compositor because makeup won't be like composited onto like the single avatar texture. It's essentially like an extra accessory. So yeah, I would say 1024 by 1024 unless we need to restrict it due to memory concerns if texture streaming doesn't land before makeup, but eventually 1024 by 1024.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Gogathi. I'm a UGC creator. I was curious as to, will makeup work on static dynamic heads? And also, will creator stores have their own separate section inside of the marketplace?
So by static dynamic heads, do you mean like dynamic heads with like a built-in texture or like?
Static heads as in there's no animation and it's just a 2D image on top of the dynamic head.
So the fitting for makeup works a lot better for like 3D heads where there's like good geometry to fit around. Like we can project makeup from the cage across to a wide variety of heads. It's just a question of like the quality of the fit. I think, like the heads ideally would be like dynamic and 3D going forward because this is going to have the best support for like things that users might want, like makeup and like facial animation and things like that. But if you have like, there's some like non-humanoid heads on like the marketplace right now, like, the fishbowl head and stuff like that, where if you apply makeup to it, it basically just projects across, slaps on it, even if it's static.
Thank you.
Hi, thanks for the announcements. I'm specifically excited about the actual shops element. One of the frustrations, I work with lots of fashion brands, we bring them on. Obviously, when you traditionally design for fashion brands, you design head-to-toe looks. So ideally, you also sell head-to-toe looks. Like every brand, get into their stores, you look at an avatar or a mannequin, and you want to be able to buy head-to-toe. So at the moment, of course, people can post their own avatars, but it negates the idea that if you're a seller, most people want to be able to design head-to-toe. So in the shops feature, will there be an idea that you can actually put full head-to-toes instead of individual items? Because one, it's harder to sell your image. Like, an individual item's really, it's great, but you're never really showing the brand off. And also the idea is that, most brands and people want to be able to upsell their items. So they're essentially bundling items together. You can batch buy. So is that a feature that will come within the shops? Or is that, just a big question.
Absolutely, yes. And it will come on day one. And this is good feedback maybe in the demo that I had up there. We should have showcased full avatars. Because last year, as we shared, we believe, as you pointed out, that being able to build full avatars or showcasing full avatars is very important, either for your brand and the ability to buy the whole thing, or even it's better to showcase an individual item in a full avatar. Even today, if you go to Marketplace, you do see that there are full avatars being merchandised, right? So to your question, absolutely yes. You will be able to put on full avatars and showcase them on the shops page.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Hi guys, thank you so much for this talk. My name is Unite. And I was just wondering about the status of UGC limiteds in general regarding trading. Personally, I think if UGC limiteds were made tradable, they would boost, the value of the items. They'd encourage people to make more UGC limiteds, and I'm just wondering, is that going to be a possibility in the future? So we have been discussing this recently, especially as we think about 2026 and how we can really enhance the UGC market. As you all know, the limiteds have been very popular, but we have not made too many improvements recently. But definitely is one of the main topics that we are discussing for 2026. We are still trying to figure out how to best safely think about UGC limiteds to make sure that originality, no issues with the trade, so on and so forth, can be properly addressed, but it's definitely on our minds. Cool, thank you.
Hi, thank you for the talk. I'm Onagok. I'm wondering about, so you mentioned that you didn't want to have any categories that other users outside of Roblox themselves could use. So I'm wondering, has there been any ideas of opening up the classic heads and faces for 2D artists to upload to and benefit from because I think it's a really appreciated and loved aesthetic that the community really loves and are nostalgic for.
So as Connor also mentioned, that we believe dynamic heads or 3D heads are essential to enable users to have more choice about how they want to use heads or express themselves, whether it's animation, whether it's makeup, for example, right? So moving forward, dynamic head is our primary focus. Now, one thing that we are working on, because we know the community likes the classic looks, classic heads and whatnot, is building the right technology to really transfer and translate these classic faces and classic heads into dynamic heads without loss of any functionality or aesthetics. So we are working on that. We are actually planning to make those advancements in first half of next year. So that's the current plan.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hi, I was just wondering, since makeup uses multiple layers to put on a full face, I was wondering if they'll work more like bundles or as separate items for the layers. So like, can I sell a bundle with just like a full face of makeup, and then like the user can pick through like the lipstick or the like the eyeshadow and whatever?
Yes. So we think that the primary way that makeup would be merchandise would be as bundles, and then once you've bought the bundle, you would be able to mix and match the assets inside that bundle. So you would be able to like reorder them and select which layers you want out of which bundle, maybe like the lipstick out of one bundle and then like the eyeshadow out of another bundle to unlock like user creativity.
And will so let's say if I just want to upload a lipstick, I can just do that and I can make it a bundle?
We are figuring out the final details, but the idea is yes. Meaning you will be able to upload individual layers, as Connor mentioned, and as well as putting up the whole look, which is the full makeup, and then sell it on Marketplace.
Okay, thank you.
Hi. Oi. Okay, I need to check if I have voice. I'll try. Okay.
Sure.
This is Julie from RDC. The conference is great, and your talk is fantastic. So I'm wondering about a few questions around select. How will the items will be picked by the algorithm, or there is a way to apply with like a dev rep, someone? This is the first question.
So the answer is that we will be defining some clear criteria on what would it mean to be qualified for select. That's the first one. That's the first step. So you would know that what kind of items based on your creation will actually satisfy that. So that's the first step of how we're going to define select.
This is going to be published on the dev forum?
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
in the dashboards?
Yes.
Okay, that's answers. Also, I didn't realize if it was a question about limiteds, it relates or no, if the limiteds will be also part of the select or no.
That we have not decided yet, because limited right now, especially UGC limited, because they don't, we don't directly support UGC limiteds, therefore it's not really applicable to the select concept as of now.
Understood. And the last question is, what will be the capacity of select items on that bar and how often do they rotate?
So that's a great question. So there are two things. One is you will have control over how many to put on the first one. There may be some limitation, like for example, on the first carousel, it's limited to, let's say, 30. I don't know the exact number, right? But you will have the choice to actually do that. And then as the refresh rate, there will be two pieces of it. One is you go and customize and you change it based on your new creations, for example, or a new theme you want to promote. And there will be a component that you can either include or not in your, which is the recommendations, basically. I answered the shop question, not a select question. Your question was for select.
Select, all select, yes.
Yeah. So for select, it will be the recommendation algorithm that will decide what items to show and how often to change it. It will be personalized toward the users. So depending on user, we might refresh it more frequent or not.
So it means that a different user with different tastes will have different select based on his interests and purchases? Yes. Oh, so that gives opportunity for everyone to get to select.
That is very correct. Yes, absolutely correct.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. We can make it all out. Thank you so much for joining us. I know we are at time. Connor and I will be at the booths later this afternoon. So if you have any questions, we'll be happy to chat more. Thank you.